So, life, is it one big contradiction? It's very counterintuitive to itself. Like, let's get curious. Let's look at it and 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 explore how life works. Um, and what I mean by it's the counterintuitiveness of life. So when you want love, the more you want it, the more you're coming from this place of desperation and neediness, the less you have it. The moment you stop wanting love and you just fall in love with life, just fall in love with what you're doing, will fall in love with this moment, fall in love with yourself, whatever that might mean. It's loving yourself. It's a complicated subject, but the moment you start loving yourself, all of a sudden everyone around you start loving you. The moment you stop needing something, the moment it stops freely coming to you. The moment you need money, the moment you kind of have this neediness around money and desperation around money, the more they seem to slip through your fingers and the more it feels like you have less opportunity because you're coming from a place of separateness. You're coming from a place of lack. The world, well, before I go there, let's use a few more examples. The more you want anything in life, the more you go towards anything in life, you're going from a place of separateness and lack, the more you seems to get further away from you. So there's this big contradiction. A lot of people say the desire is the root of all suffering, right? Like, so if we don't have desire, we won't suffer, because if you don't want anything, there's nothing to suffer. That's beautiful, but that's a very noble concept. But how do we do that? Because the desire of not wanting to desire is a desire on its own. So how do you desire not desiring? So you're already shooting yourself in the foot by wanting to not desire, because being human is to desire. So that's not gonna get us there. But I need money. How do I get money? Or I need love, or I need whatever. How do I get it if I want it? Or so it's beautiful to want these things. I'm not asking you to not want these things, but the contradiction becomes less of a contradiction when you realize that the whole world is just your projection. Like, these eyes are not only viewers, you don't only view the world, they also project the world. So I can see, I'm looking at a tree in front of me, I can see that tree, like, that tree's a little scruffy or this or that, and then I could judge that and see it as ugly. It is a shape of what we call a tree, but in my eyes is an quote unquote an ugly tree. Or if I change the projection, if I change the who is if we clean the cleanse of the projector, you'd be like, wow, that is the most beautiful tree in the world. And why is it the most beautiful tree in the world? You can argue there's that tree over there is more beautiful. Yeah, if I look at that tree, that is the most beautiful tree in the world. If I look at that tree, that is the most beautiful tree in the world. Why? Because that's the tree I'm looking at right now. So if I have the projection that this is the most beautiful experience of my life, this is the most beautiful moment of my life, then that's what I'm going to see everywhere. So there is no contradiction. So if I am love and I am projecting love, I am going to see love. So maybe no one out there is changed at all. It's not like all of a sudden they weren't giving me love and now they're giving me love. Maybe I just choose to see everything they do as love. So then, am I actually getting more love or less love? Or am I just choosing to witness it? What they're doing. They're being who they are. They're going about their life. And if they notice me, they might smile with me or not. If I believe that they're just projection, because these eyes are projecting, then I'm projecting love onto them, or I'm projecting hate onto them, or projecting judgment or disapproval. So if, let's say, they're disapproving of me, then I'm projecting that they're disapproving of me. Maybe I am the one disapproving of myself. So you see, it seems like a contradiction, because the moment I no longer need love, the moment I start seeing love everywhere. The moment I no longer need money because the world is abundant. Like, if I'm sitting right here in this very moment, in this very place, in time and space, in this car, I'm sure you can tell I'm in a car, um, would I be more happy? Would I be different if I had $10 billion in the bank account, some numbers on a screen? Or would I be more happy if I was $1 million in debt? It's all numbers on a screen, really. I am still this person in this moment, this time and space in this car. What these numbers on the screen would make a difference to my experience in this moment? I can still choose to see this tree as the most beautiful tree in the world. So the moment I know the numbers on the screen make no difference in my experience of this moment, the moment I don't have the attachment, because I'm abundant. Because in this very moment, right now, in this moment of space, what do I need to feel complete? I could take a breath. I'm sitting. I'm alive. I'm witnessing. I'm experiencing. I am here. I am now. I will be still here witnessing. This is the abundance. I'm alive. I'm experiencing life as it is in this moment. And life is abundant because I'm here alive experiencing it. So the moment I remember this truth more often than I forget it, because I forget that truth often, then wanting more zeros and more numbers on the screen, or more love, or more acceptance, or more approval, I could still want that, but I'm not wanting it from a place of lack. Like, I'm not lacking anything. This moment is perfect as it is. And if you notice, every time you stop and you pay attention to this very moment right now, you check your body, you're here, you exist, you're breathing, you're alive. And the moment you can realize that you're here in this very moment, in this very body, in this very isness of the now, you realize that you're abundant, that you have it all. And in a second, in the future, because a second left from now or a minute from now, I'm going to end this video and I'm going to start driving my car towards a place that potentially I want to go to. But if I don't arrive there, I could tell you that I've been on the road and I'm way later at arriving at my destination than I wanted to. So I wanted to be there a certain time, but I'm not being there at a certain time. I'm at a different place at a different time. So you see, if I arrived there earlier, would that make me more happy or less happy? I don't know, because I am here right now. Anyway, I think you understand. I hope you understand what I'm saying, but I'm saying it's the moment you clean the lens of the projector, the moment you change the way this projector is projecting the world in front of you, the moment the world in front of you starts to change. And I'll just end it with this very controversial idea that this life, the moment, just like the moment I no longer need love, the moment love starts to come in. But the moment I no longer attach to this life. And again, I forget these things. Maybe I'm remembering it right now as I speak it. I haven't reached enlightenment, so I'm not pretending that I am. But when I remember in this moment that this life itself is worthless, and I'm willing to throw it fully, is the moment I live life fully. The moment I experience the fullness and the juiciness of this moment and of life. This life, the moment you know it's worthless, is the moment you're willing to throw it into anything and everything. The people that do extreme sports like base jumping and stuff like that, is they're living on the edge because they're willing to throw their lives off this rock and be like, would I die or would I live? And some die, but the fact that they're willing to throw this life, they feel the most alive. You ask them, what's the most alive experience you've experienced? Is the moment I jumped off that rock, that mountain, that hill, and I felt I feel the most alive. The moment you're willing to throw this life, knowing that this life is worthless, is the moment you're going to start living your life fully. And that's the contradiction of life. Yet there is no contradiction. Thank you for listening. That's it from me. Until next time.